Hey guys, number one Marmaduke fan here. It's time. It's time for some more Christian propaganda comics cringe. I love it so much. It's so cheesy. So this is part of my series. I call it Looking for Lewis. I'm looking for a C.S. Lewis's Chronicles of Narnia. I'm looking for a VeggieTales. Sometimes I find some really good stuff, and sometimes there's this Power Mark Seeker series. It's basically Captain Planet with a Batman the Animated Series art style. Not a recommend unless you really just dig absurd, corny stuff. So one nice thing I will say about the art is the artist is good enough to do Batman the Animated Series comics, like, for real. So that's a compliment, but and he's also kind of doing the thing where he takes the Batman Animated Series style and changes it up a bit. But once in a while, he kind of needs to change some more things up. Like that's Superman the Animated Series Lex Luthor design with a skunk haircut. Change a couple more things there, dude. So anyway, the plot is that these school kids, kind of like the Burger King Kids Club or the Captain Planet kids, they have to do a religious studies class. And so they're for their religious studies class, they have to interview a Christian superhero, Power Mark. And meanwhile, unbeknownst to them, there is a secretive international globalist cult of new age moral relativists who will by any means necessary, stop them from having their after school religious studies project with Captain Mark, and their evil henchman is running around trying to come up with ingenious ways to interrupt their after-school presentation. So the framing device is they interview Captain Mark, and then Captain Mark will break character and kind of like will cut to the Bible scenes, and the Bible scenes are supposed to be Captain Mark's presentation, and then back to our crew. He doesn't get to do a whole lot of superheroing until the very end. I think it's kind of based that Christian superheroes just have like this giant space station, and they're keeping an eye out for globalist New World Order moral relativists. That's pretty cool. The Christian segments, I thought the Christian segments, they're kind of like a pretty well done youth pastor presentation. They're not very well integrated into the plot. Jumping ahead, what else did I want to say about this? I think there were some more artistic influences. Yeah, here are the New World Order guys. Okay, I think it's this one. So eventually some ninjas show up. Oh yeah, and what the New World Order guys decide they've got to like tempt the kids away from the Christian school project with like a PlayStation 1. Deny Christ and we'll give you a PlayStation 1. Holy cow. They're going hardball, aren't they? And then some ninjas show up. There they are. Okay, let's get another pic of the ninjas. The ninjas are basically Batman Beyond without his ears. So they're tempting the Indian girl with virtual reality. There they are. It's just Batman. It's Batman Beyond without his ears. Props to you, man. Oh boy. And then it finally ends with Power Mark busting down the door of the evil New World Order globalists. And he apologizes, of course, for the breaking and entering, but by then they finally have enough evidence to convict them of kidnapping. So Power Mark is very, very hesitant to be a vigilante, very conscientious Christian superhero. And you could like write on the back, inviting kids to your church service. So very, very extremely goofy. If you're gonna rip off an art style, Batman the Animated Series, that's a great art style to rip off, definitely, and very clean work too. I can't recommend it, but for the lulz, I got my money's worth in lulz out of it. There you go.